And welcome to the Part-Time Nerd Podcast with me, your host, Alan. And joining me today is one Mr. Rapid Dave. How you doing, buddy? You just gonna mute yourself there? You just done?
Doing great. I still haven't. I got to take this fridge out back and shoot it.
Okay.
I'm not going to just throw it away. It's going to be destroyed by me.
Oh, it's kind of like a Office Space.
Yeah. As soon as you go, I'll sit going, buddy. It goes click.
Oh. So here we are today, talking the Christmas classic, Jingle All the Way from 1996. This rocked at 5.6 out of 10 on IMDb and a 17% on Rotten Tomatoes.
There's a massive disconnect between Rotten Tomatoes and Google users. Google users are usually like, this one's like 87%. And like the last one we watched, Rotten Tomatoes was like 15, but that was at like 85 or 90. I was like, okay, yeah, I don't really care what Rotten Tomatoes has to say anymore because them and myself are not aligned, artistically.
Rotten Tomatoes is pulling the critics, so this was critically bashed. But it's become a cult classic, right? It's one of those, you watch it every year. Turbo Man. I actually have a Turbo. You know what? I should have brought it over here. I have a Turbo Man action figure. They came out with them this year at Walmart. It's like a Funko. It's not a Funko Pop, but it's the full one, but it's made by Funko. So, and they released those this year, and I saw it in the store, and I was like, I'm buying that. Like, I'm not going to miss out, then have to run around on Christmas Eve and try and find one, right? Like, I'm not going to be that guy. But this stars the great Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sinbad, Phil Hartman, and you know who the kid is, right?
Jake Lloyd.
Yeah, you know who that is, though, right?
Stupid Anakin Skywalker, little whiny ass. Of course, I know who that is.
I'm just making sure. Sure you knew who that was.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Arnold, Sinbad, and Phil Hartman are all great in this movie, right?
Phil Hartman steals the show. Let's be honest.
Phil Hartman plays Ted, and at first you're like, man, Ted is slaying it. So he's like a single dad.
He's laid more pipe in that town than the water company. Like, dude, all these single moms, and I don't know, probably married moms as well. They always need something done by Ted, and Ted he's got the right tool for the job.
He's like, I think I got a tool for that. I bet you do, buddy. I bet you do. But and then after a while, you're just like, you know what? I mean, Ted may be slaying it, but Ted's a dick. Like, he's trying to move in on Arnold's territory throughout this entire movie, and you're like, oh, buddy, that guy's a little bit bigger than
feather in his cap. That's the jewel crown of the neighborhood.
That's he would what he tells her later in the movie. You know, how many women would kill to be in your position right now, Lizzie? And she's like, so, like. You had Chris Parnell show up in this one, a young Chris Parnell. Jim Belushi shows up as a Santa, which this right here just tells you, if you ever see a Santa who has a little person with them as an elf, don't trust them. Don't trust. In any movie you see a Santa with a little person for the elf, it's always bad news. It's never good. They're never on the up and up.
We'll be reviewing Bad Santa soon. Don't worry, guys.
Don't you worry. But this whole movie is just, so you have Arnold's character Howard, and he forgets to get he's never there. He's an absentee father. He's always working, so he's always late to everything, always misses everything. And he forgot to get his kid the one toy that his wife told him, like, months ago. I told you months ago to get this toy. He's like, oh yeah, no, I got it. She's like, cool, because it'd be impossible to find right now. And he's like, oh, okay. And then he wakes up early.
I don't get that either. You know what I mean? Like, if it's that important, and you know that he's kind of a flake, right? He doesn't really get stuff done. She can go purchase this toy herself because they sell toys to women. You know, they're able to drive. They have money. But this is another movie where they just kick the dad in the nuts for, hey, working all day and all night, keeps a roof over everybody's head. He's doing it all.
He is, but yeah, so maybe it's one of those where, they're talking about he's like, "Oh, I'll get it, don't worry. I'll take care of it, honey." To which she should have known better because, well, he's never there. So, you got that going for him. But yeah, it's funny seeing everything that he's going through. You have him and he meets up with is it Marlon is his name? Something like
Marlon,
that?
Myron,
Yeah,
Myron.
Myron. And he's a postal worker who's had it rough, and he blames all of his woes on when he was a kid. He wanted an action figure, and his dad didn't get it for him. But you know who did? Uh, I can't remember. It was like old Jimmy. He's like, Jimmy so and so. Yeah, 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 I know him. He's CEO. Blah blah blah. He's like, yeah, he was my neighbor. His dad got him that action figure. I didn't get it, and look at me now.
He's the only postal guy I see that has a full sack of crap with him and not out delivering mail. He's standing in line at the toy stores. He's out at the cafe,
He's
like
at one point in time he's running, he's trying to go as fast as he can, so he's just tossing mail out of the bag. You just got to get rid of it. He's walking around with a bomb. You find out. He thinks
he makes a lot of bomb threats.
he does. He does. He was 1 for 2 on those bomb threats. The second one, and bomb goes off. He's like, "Huh, it really was a bomb."
Like sick people. We got sick people in this world. Like, yeah, idiot, you.
Oh man! And then you have Howard, and there's this one cop that he just keeps having run-ins with. First, he's speeding,
Mhm.
and then what else did he do? The
He
bomb.
backed into his bike.
He backed into his
He
bike.
broke my little mirror.
He broke his little mirror. He ran into him and knocked him over, and all this hot coffee fell on him. It
Mhm.
was just one thing after the other, and the cops like he's trying to chase after him this whole time. Meanwhile, you have the guy's information because you wrote him a ticket at the beginning of the movie. So you just got to go back to your tickets that you wrote, and then you can go and get him. You don't have to worry about chasing after him, and then maybe you prevent some of this from happening. I don't know, man. Just think
Just do
smarter,
some
not
police
harder.
work, will you?
Yeah, work smarter, not harder. That's all I'm saying. But it's just the whole movie is mass chaos. It's what it is. It's one riot after the other of people trying to get these toys, and nobody can control customers. Like at the one store, they're like, "We have some, and we're gonna do a raffle. You're gonna get a ball with a number on it. We call your number, you get one." And everyone's just plowing them over, just trying to get the balls. Which
Yeah, you
meanwhile,
won't even see him if they do the drawing or not. They're too busy trying
right,
to get a ball. Now it's a chase after this ball. And so he's
yeah,
like going all around the mall just to get one ball.
that might not even do anything. Like, this is for a chance. It's a chance for a chance.
Mhm.
Uh, but yeah, it's just mass chaos everywhere. You see this like Santa workshop where they're using all these
Jim Belushi. Back to Jim Belushi. Or
right.
yeah, Jim Belushi and his little friend got a bunch of Santa Clauses in this warehouse putting I don't know, a bunch of bootleg stuff.
But he ends up trying to buy the bootleg Turbo Man, and it speaks. I don't even know what language it speaks. Like,
It's the multilingual version. It's
yeah.
fun and and educational. He was speaking Spanish.
Oh, but I mean, it's a fun movie. It's definitely one of those ones you can watch with your kids and have a blast with your kids. But even if your kids aren't around, you can watch it and have fun with it. It's just absurd. And this is one of those movies that kind of gets that pass because it's a Christmas movie, uh, for not being a very good movie,
I
but
like it.
it's it's fun, right?
Yeah.
You get to see Arnold drink beer with a reindeer. Yeah,
Yeah,
like what are you
and
gonna do with that
he
reindeer?
lays out 5 seconds beforehand.
And he's like, "I warned you, buddy." Yeah, after he knocks him out. And then you get the scene where they ask Ted, "What are you gonna do with the reindeer after Christmas, Ted?" "Well, I've been watching this family of reindeer over here off of the forest of such, and I hope to deliver them, and they'll accept him as his own." I'm like, "What the this guy?
Ted's always got the answer, man. Ted's
He's
he's
got
just a
the
good
answer."
fella, but he just likes a little too much ass. He's
But he oversteps his bounds. He's over at Howard's house setting up Christmas lights. He's putting the star up on the tree, which you don't do. That's Howard's job. Just out of control. And
yeah.
Howard's out of control. At one point in time, he's going to go steal another kid's Turbo Man. Ted's sons, Turbo Man, and it's just crazy. Um, I am going to hit you with a little fun fact on this, and this might not be something that you know because I learned this today. So this movie came out in 1996,
Mhm.
and I did not know about this fact until today.
Okay.
Did you know there's a post-credit scene to this movie?
I never let it play that long. Nah.
Yeah,
Do you wanna
yeah.
play it?
I mean, if you can get to it,
Let me see.
but I've watched this. How many times have you watched this movie?
A million.
Did you know there was a post-credit scene?
Mm, no, I don't think I do.
Yeah,
I'll have to see it. Once I see it, I'll know because obviously it'll jog my memory. But yeah, someone's like sitting there watching it. Hold
yeah.
on.
Had no clue. Just found that out today. Was doing looking up some stuff on it before the review and was like, "Holy crap!
Yeah,
There's a
it's where
post-credit scene."
he actually puts the thing on the tree, and she asks him something else. She goes, "Hey, dude,
Yeah,
what about something like our
yeah.
anniversary or
So
something like that?"
he puts the star up on the tree, and
Mhm.
then Liz's wife looks at him and says, "You know, just thinking about everything you went through today, just to get our son this one little toy, you shows me you love him so much, and just made me think of one thing. What'd you get for me?" And then it zooms in on him, and he's like, "Ah!" He forgot his wife.
Yeah, yeah. I remember seeing it. It's more recent, I think. I think it was when it popped up on some where we just left it on, and you're gonna
Right.
catch the next movie that's up or something like that. But yeah, it was more like I found out in the last 10 years rather than I knew about it, or maybe I did see it back when I was younger. But yeah, I don't
Yeah.
remember anything back then.
I never knew it. Learned it today and was like, "Holy crap." Had no idea. Like, first time I seen it, I'm like, "Okay, whatever." So I pull it back up on Disney Plus and fast forward all to the end. I'm like, "Holy, there is an end credit scene here." Had no clue. Because
I
even
think.
if you're go ahead.
Oh, I was saying, I think that before they had it attached, like it played like maybe a credit or two, and then
Uh-huh.
like or while the credits were playing, and it had it up next to it or something. I
Yeah.
kind of remember it like that. So it did play a
Okay.
little bit. It was over, but then maybe it just didn't play all the credits or something. But yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because like, if you watch it on Disney Plus, it will go to the next thing or kick it out of it before it gets to that. And typically, if there's like an end credit scene, it will let it play all the way through until you get to that, but not with this one. You've actually got to make an effort to get to it to watch it. So,
Mhm. Yeah.
but yeah, you got anything else on this one?
No, I mean Lizzie thinks it's stupid, and my mom still likes it. She thinks it's funny. I watch it every single year. I
Mhm.
watch it multiple times, and it's just something fun to put on. But yeah, Phil Hartman's great. I mean, he
Yes.
absolutely is hilarious in this thing. But yeah, no, I recommend watching it, and just like you said, just give it a chance. Now, I don't say all Christmas movies get a pass because you're going to hear a couple reviews here upcoming that I am not on board with. But this
Oh
one
yeah,
is
no.
right here
This
in the
is
heart.
one of them though. This one is one of them. Now there are a couple that don't. Um, but this is one of those that gets that pass. So,
Sounds
but
good.
hey guys, thanks so much for watching. Like, share, subscribe, comment, follow, all that fun stuff. If there's anything you want us to watch, shoot us over an email, parttimenerdpodcast@gmail.com. Until next time, we'll talk to you guys later. Deuces.